Earlier we were talking about the French president arriving tomorrow. Hopefully after our discussion with the ambassador there will be some significant announcements. Let's look out for that. Now, elections for the new leadership of the Pan-African Parliament have been postponed after a staff member tested positive for COVID-19. Today's session abruptly abandoned, citing safety concerns for members of Parliament and staff. The incumbent Leadership Bureau ruled that the vote will now take place on Monday to allow for fumigation and decontamination of the chambers and the offices as well. Vying for the presidency position is Zimbabwe's Fortune Charumbira, who is currently the acting president. He faces up against South Sudan's Albino Aboug and Mali's Haidara Cisse for the presidency. To tell us more now, we're joined by the Pan-African Parliament Clerk Vipya Harawa. Mr. Harawa, thank you for being with us. The pandemic forced the Parliament to shut down for nearly a year. Now you're back, I think, for about a week or so, and there's a COVID scare. Are there enough safety protocols in place, firstly?
Yes, there are enough safety protocols. We are abiding fully with the protocols and guidelines that are provided by the South African Department of Health. The suspension today is a cause of concern, but it is only for the next 24 to 48 hours. Yeah. And we expect that Parliament will resume its work on Monday at 11:30.
Has the House considered, though, that South Africa is showing signs of entering a third wave, especially in Gauteng? Will you look at different ways of doing things? Are you expecting future disruptions?
Yes, if there are disruptions that cannot be contained within the guidelines of the government, we'll have to abandon the session. For now, we have an alternative venue so that in the event that the chamber that is being used for the main session becomes non-functional because of COVID, we'll move to an alternative venue. And it is not really business as usual. We are holding these meetings under very exceptional circumstances. There was no alternative but to hold a face-to-face physical meeting, and that's what gave rise to this particular meeting. But we intend to carry on what we have been doing in the last 18 months, which is to concentrate on virtual and sometimes hybrid meetings.
Yeah. All right, there's been such heated debate in the run-up to these elections. Some people thought they wouldn't go ahead anyway or be postponed because of the politics around this. Seemingly a very divided Parliament. Are you confident with the health issues in place and with everything else in place for these elections to take place on Monday now?
All the preparations are in place. Yes, you are right. There's been heated debate on the issues surrounding the elections. And I think that they emanate largely because the current presider or chairman of these meetings is himself a candidate for the position of president. And so sometimes even his best intentions are misunderstood by other sectors which are supporting other candidates. And I think that come Monday, because on Monday, by Monday noon, he will have stepped down. The actual elections are scheduled for 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There should be no obstacle to holding the elections.
All right. Thank you very much for your time tonight. The Clerk of the Pan-African Parliament, Vipya Harawa.